Well, this is the voice. That's the video. Yes.
You're recording straight.
Are you?
So-
You're recording this way?
Bro, it says recording video.
No, it's recording this way.
Classroom.
Google Classroom.
We're saying.
So go to Google Classroom. Then you're going to go to the Woodblock Lab.
Oh, I see it.
All right. And you're going to open up your sheet, but open it up with Google. So open this up with Google Docs. Shh. So open it up with Google Docs. So you guys can fill in your name, date, period right now. So fill in your name, date, period. Shh. If you open it up in Google Docs, you can type on it.
I write what? Was I writing?
Name, date, period. Yes. What? Right here. Okay, so has anybody here ever done a lab write-up? Okay, some of you have. So lab write-up looks like this. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding more on our own to every lab write-up. So this first one, you don't have a lot to fill in. Title of our lab tomorrow is density of wood. Purpose of this lab is to determine the mass versus volume relationship of species of wood. Background, density equals mass divided by volume. Equation for volume, V equals length times width times height, because we're looking at blocks. What does wood do in water? Floats. What is water's density? 1. So therefore, wood's density must be less than 1. If it was greater than 1, it would sink. So wood floats because it has a density of less than 1. Safety concerns are, watch out for splinters because it's wood, but you guys probably won't get any splinters. And don't drop the blocks on your foot because it will hurt. But you'll have closed-toed shoes on, so it will not be a huge issue.
Last time I got a splinter on Shrine.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for telling us that.
I got a splinter this summer, and my wife is really good at just digging them out. Like we'll get a pin, she'll sanitize that thing and just dig.
Oh my god.
But she gets it. It works. Safety pin. It hurts, but it works. Safety concerns. Okay, hypothesis. So the next thing you're going to type in is here hypothesis. The hypothesis for this lab is that the mass versus volume relationship should give a resulting density of blank. So make a guess of what you think the density of wood's going to be. And you know it has to be less than 1. So therefore, you have to put a what here? A decimal. Point something. Grams per centimeters cubed. It's your guess. You open it with Google Docs.
Yeah, no. Wait, if we, so we're for the, what do we do grams slash centimeters?
Grams slash centimeters 3. CM3.
Will we put? Should we put Y? Like I have websites the one with the and then.
Nope, just type in of blank. Just type in your number. Just do G slash CM3. We don't need anything super fancy here. Independent variable. What I'm changing is the mass. What should depend on that should be the volume. Control variables are kept the same. So what's going to stay the same? Humidity, temperature of the wood, gravity by Earth. If Earth's gravity changed during the lab, that would be bad.
Oh no.
I don't know what that would even do. Either it would make us feel really heavy or really light.
Would we all automatically get A's though?
Huh?
Would we all automatically get A's?
If Earth's gravity noticeably changed during lab, I don't think we would have to worry about grades anymore.
Yay! But would we get?
Because either one of two things, we would be smashed or we'd fly off the planet.
Yeah.
How do we talk?
Even if it changed by like 1.
If the girl.
By one what?
Wait, how do we?
Like if the gravity does change
By
by
1 G?
Yeah.
So are we 2 Gs or are we half G?
I don't know.
If we're 2 Gs, most of you would probably just crumple to the floor because you'd be too heavy and your muscles couldn't hold you up. If we go to half a G, we could just jump higher, kind of like the moon.
That's fun.
I think it'd be fun.
So I guess half G, we'd still have to grade it. But 2 Gs, we're done as a species probably. So
Half would we get all A's?
What about all the people who have like this?
unless you're really strong.
Yeah, I'm just like.
But then the question would be, would babies be able to form in the womb under 2G?
Just don't have babies. Solution.
So what happens to the species of humans?
We just don't die.
Okay.
Aren't there like cryogenic chambers or something?
Yeah, that would be
Something where you
great.
can grow babies outside the womb?
All right, procedure. 1, get a piece of wood. 2, measure the length, width, and height of the block. 3, measure the mass of the wood block. 4, do it for at least 4 more blocks. So that is what we are doing in lab tomorrow. Open up your Google Sheet now. That has green on it. Looks like this. Open up your Google Sheet. It looks like this. Open it in Sheets. Are you guys able to edit?
Yeah.
Okay. First thing I want you to do you guys know how to highlight cells?
Yeah.
You just click and drag. Practice it down here underneath. Click, drag. Click, drag. Yes?
It might be hard for some people.
I'm showing people. I'm showing people like you've never seen this before. Click, drag. I would like you to click and drag the row above your data table. Do you have the row above your data table highlighted?
Every letter.
What did I just do?
All guys, use if you do something weird, hit undo. All right, undo is your best friend. Once again, watch my screen first. Click, drag just that first row. Got it? We're then going to hit merge. So the button that is 2 to the right of the paint can, click merge. Do you see how that made one big cell now?
Yeah.
2 to the right of the paint can. Okay, this is where we're going to type our title. Data to determine the density of wood blocks. So we're going to type right in it.
Wait, what am I typing out?
I can only spell words. That's unfortunate. I was talking. Oh.
Got that? Anybody stuck? You guys seem to be my best class at this so far today. We also had half the class locked out on Lightspeed last period, so that was kind of a mess.
How does that even happen?
It's called a teacher being very bad at technology.
No,
Oh, dang.
No, it's just
I don't think he was even using Lightspeed. It's just a right.
Mr. Mercury, he's like all like.
Oh, that. He cried last year when his chocolate.
I think it's just a weird thing that happened. All right, now I want you to click and drag, highlight your whole data table.
Yay.
Highlight your whole data table. Now we're gonna make it look pretty. Do you remember making data tables in like grade school or middle school where you had to like use your ruler, draw lines?
Sure.
You guys ever have to make a data table by scratch?
Yes.
yeah, I think.
Not anymore. We're gonna click the button 1 to the right of the paint can. And we're gonna choose all borders. Or just click the button. Boom. Lines drawn.
Oh, Lord, I did.
Lines drawn. Then, let's center align this while the whole thing is highlighted. Keep moving over 1 from merge where it says alignment. I don't want it to be horizontal line. I want it to be center align. Boom. That's a nice looking data table.
Wait, what? Wait, what do we do?
I center aligned it with this button right here to the right of merge. The button we've already pressed once this period. You will notice that you have green on your data table. What do the green columns have in common? In common? No.
You put data in them.
They're all data. So those are the columns you must get filled out in the lab tomorrow. Those are the columns you must get filled out in the lab tomorrow. And then the other ones are calculations. Other ones are calculations. Once you have that done, close your Chromebook. Look at the paper you picked up on the way in.
Dude, they're gonna hear all the slams. Is this like voice recording?
They're not going to hear you because this microphone's here.
Oh.
Can I
I say something?
No.
Wait, that's your only opinion?
So they're gonna hear
Huh?
everything you say, right?
That's the video.
Wait, so why are you making a video?
Because I usually record first period, but I forgot. So if somebody misses the day, they see everything we did.
And they hear our class.
Wait, do you do it every day?
Every day I
Edit out
record,
your stupid comments.
I post it on Google Classroom.
He's not here because he has some like.
I know, not us, what he said.
I don't make stupid comments. Everything I say is of great value.
For sure.
Yes.
So like with the tongue thing, that was a value.
That was a great value.
That wasn't a comment. That was an action. I can't help it that I was played that day. And I thought I was making the clover. Whatever.
You were.
He was lied to.
I was lied to. I
Yes, he
was.
was.
What?
You did it when he pulled out
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera.
Right.
Now everybody
You
in the mic
definitely
is
did it.
gonna
You
know.
just doubted
All right.
yourself and pulled out the
I would like you guys to get out a calculator, calculate your first volume. L times W times H.
I realize everybody in the mic is gonna hear how tricky you are.
It's fine.
Wait, what is it we do?
Calculate your first volume.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
V equals L times W times H.
Do you have to round?
I got a weird length times with
Oh, wait.
Wait, for which one? The top one?
We're doing our first volume for the first row.
I got these.
Yay.
I got 500.
I got a number.
It's not 500.
That's a really big number.
Yeah.
All right. Bryson, what did you say for your answer?
50.51.
No. Richa,
I got an 898.39.
no. Ken's.
50.5.
It would be 50.5.
Yeah,
50.5. Why 50.5? Yeah.
Because you had to round for the sig digs.
Sig digs. How many sig digs in this number? 4. In this number? In this number? 3 is less than 4, so we round our number to sig digs. Maricha, I'm guessing you accidentally multiplied in 30 somewhere. Okay. So, to show my work for that block, I would say V equals 14.58 centimeters times 1.98 centimeters times 1.75 centimeters. So V equals 50.5 centimeters cubed. So whenever you do a sample calculation, you're just showing one example of a calculation. So now that you've proven to me you know how to do this, just calculate these last 3. No work needed. So calculate your last 3. So calculate your last 3 on your own.
We can show our work.
You just said no.
Oh.
You do not have to.
When do you have this?
Fourth period. Fourth. AP Chem. She didn't have time for a quote today because it was a test. We had a test at AP Chem today.
Oh, yeah, but she put it on.
That's from Friday.
Yeah, it doesn't look
I'm an idiot. I don't remember how to math.
Here we go. Tayana, what'd you get for C3? 84.4, that's what I had. 84.3 is technically rounded the wrong way, but I wouldn't count off for that. That's fine. Randall, what'd you get for C4? Katie? You get that one, Chris? With sig digs, though. I only need 3 sig digs. So 217.4 is going to round to what? 217. 217. Last one, Shay.
I got 71.
71 point what? I had 71.6. Huh? 71.5? Check your rounding. Check your rounding. I wouldn't take off for 71.5.
I don't think they like it.
Can we say move back?
Yeah.
3, 1.
All right. So we are now going to graph some data for the first time. So I want you to put an arrow pointing to the right above this column, because this is going to be our x value. And I want you to put an arrow going up here, because this is going to be our y value. No. The first time was funny.
I got you.
First time was funny. So once you have that, flip it to the back. Flip it to the back. Unfortunately, I cannot zoom out all the way, so I'm going to have to do my best on mine.
They're booing them, making them fill out the worksheet while we watch a video.
Oh my goodness. Yay! All right, so every graph should have what on it?
Title.
Action one down. Title.
What?
I don't know what they're called, the little side numbers.
The labels,
Thank you.
Oh, I was gonna say intervals.
intervals, units, yes. We need all those things.
0, like, at the,
No.
The origin,
yes, the origin.
we don't care about the origin in science anymore.
That's
Okay,
anymore.
so
What you mean anymore?
let's label our axes first, but the origin's not super important to us. Our x-axis is going to be what? We labeled it on the front side. The one that goes this way. Volume in what units? Nope.
Centimeters squared.
Oh, X.
Centimeters cubed. Volume centimeters cubed. What's going to go on my y-axis? This is practice. This is practice for a quiz that you'll take later.
Pretty if I'm turning it.
Mass.
Mass in what?
Centimeters?
Grams.
Grams.
Grams. Who remembers, by a raise of a hand, how to do a title?
It's whatever.
Jalen?
Whatever.
I
Like,
just guessed.
Y and X.
What'd you say?
Y and X.
Y versus X. So the title of my graph is going to be mass
Or volume.
versus volume.
Ooh, Jalen's cooking.
So at the very top. I can't get to the top on my paper, so I'm just going to write at the top. Don't write where I'm writing it. This will be at the top of your paper.
Yay.
Mass versus volume. Put it at your actual top. Okay, next. We're going to come up with scale. Come up with scale. So what, first of all, I need someone to count how many boxes are on the Y. 2 people. Or 3. How many boxes?
Y is
Audrey's just waiting. Like someone will do it.
Audrey never does.
Huh? It's okay. 35. We have 2 people confirm 35. So what is my largest mass on the front? Largest mass on the front.
Oh. 137.32.
So I'm going to do 137.32 divided by 35. Do that on your calculator.
what are we doing?
Take your largest mass.
3.92.
I got 3.92.
Yes, right.
3.92. Do I want to go by 3.92s?
No, do it by 4.
I don't even want to go by 4.
2.
What I always recommend is go by 1s, 2s, 5s, or 10s.
Let's do
You wanna go by 2?
30, 40, 50. No, let's do
2s won't fit, it has to be bigger.
5.
So we're gonna go by 5s. So you can either label every one as 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, however you want to label it. You can label every 2 as 10. Whatever is fine with me. But you've got to go up to at least what?
Wait, every 2?
You could do every 2 as 10, or every 1 as 5, it doesn't matter. However you want to label it. But we have to go up to at least what?
100.
140.
That's sickening.
Pretty much. So you guys label up to 140.
150 or
Huh? Yeah.
You never offered me that last period.
Thank you. Whoa.
Pastry?
That's incredible. Yeah.
No, Bryson, it's a rock.
I was asking. I didn't know.
Guys, the beef.
Wait, I forgot.
It's what's for dinner?
When I get home.
I want some beef.
Beef stew, yay.
Anybody here play basketball?
Disgusting.
Anybody know what the beef stands for in basketball? Do they still teach you that?
Yeah, bird.
So when we played basketball,
Oh, it's like playing pig.
no,
Oh,
You kind of
Beef.
like Mr. London.
was balance,
crying.
eyes, elbow, follow through, beef. Balance. You're shooting foot a little bit farther, a little bit in front of your other foot. Eyes on the hoop. Elbow should be straight.
You only have to go up
Follow
to
through.
140.
140, yeah.
You look like Mr. London.
Lindemann?
London.
I can see that a little bit. Doesn't he have glasses though?
coach.
I never had him.
Oh.
Here's my
All right. How many boxes on the x-axis? 26. So what is our largest volume?
Oh, okay, now I did it.
217.
Okay, 217 divided by 26. What does that give you? 217 divided by 26.
8.34.
8.34. Do I want to go by 8.3s?
No.
I want to go by 10s. So my x-axis, I'm going to go by 10s. 10, 20, 30, or I could go every 5 as 50. However you want to label it. We really only need to go up to 220, because our largest one was 217.
300.
Things got crazy for a second. Randall, when do you have to leave? It's 2:18. So just watch the rest of this on Google tonight. Do you have a pass or something?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you can go. Okay. Once that's labeled, what are we now ready to do?
Evaluate problem.
Graph.
Plot points. Plot points. So, my first point for block C1 is going to go over what? Look at your data table.
3.
No.
30.
No. It's going to go over 50.5
Oh, wait.
and up what?
31.
31.1. So over 50.5, up 31.1. There's my first point.
Later. Okay.
Do it on your own on your own graph.
Hey, man.
Wait, is it 55 what?
Guys, you drew arrows, right?
Yes.
So you're going over 50.5 and you're going up 31.
That's not on a dot.
Doesn't matter.
It's just it's your data. My second point, what am I going to go over? Over 84 and up what? Up 54. Yes. So I'm going to go over 84. Up 54.
80 what? 84?
You don't need to ask. Look at your data table. I'm just looking at the data table. Next one, I'm going to go over what? Over 217, up 137.
I'm tired.
And then plot your last 2 points. Over 71.6, up 45.
What was the last one?
Look at your data table.
Man, I actually only rolled 50 instead of 30.
There's my points.
I'm cooked.
You guys know how to plot points.
Over 71, up 45.
It already took me that long.
Now we don't keep A, right?
Don't do anything yet. Just plot your points.
Wait, it says 217. Wait, right there.
So, do you have your 4 points plotted?
Yeah.
What am I going to draw through these? Yes?
So, my 217 divided to go over. Wait,
Should go over 217.
did I not do this right?
You might have flipped them. You should have a pretty straight line if you plotted them. The number one mistake people make is the number one mistake people make is they flip their X's and Y's. They flip their X's and Y's. It's really easy to do. So I'm going to draw a line through the middle of this data. It does not have to go through every point. It might this time. But does anybody know what that line is called?
The line of best.
Best fit. So use your ruler and draw a straight line through the middle of your data. Use your ruler, draw a straight line through the middle of your data. Rulers do not work on my screen. Here's what happens if I put a ruler on my screen. It thinks I'm like erasing. So, I have to freehand it.
I have to read one.
Okay. That was nice. Now, I want you to find 2 points, not your actual data points, where they hit exactly at a crosshair, like a perfect intersection. So there's one for me, and here's another one. Do you see how I've got 2 points where it's at an exact crosshair?
I don't think I did this right.
Yeah, you did. That looks great. It's not going to be perfect.
Down 2.
Can you find 2 points
Yeah.
where there's an exact crosshair? Yes?
I have 3.
Only need 2. Anybody not have 2 points circled?
Just like 2 random points on the line.
Just 2 random points on a line.
Already.
Did you find 2, Savannah? Okay. I'm going to label my first point x1 equals y1 equals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just follow down for my x. So you do this for you. My x1 is 105 centimeters cubed. My y1 is 65 grams. Hello. Oh. I had no idea that they were coming in today. Okay. I can come down in like 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. So I have my x1, y1. Did you guys find your x1, y1? Guess we're going to label the second point.
X1, Y1.
X2, Y2. So the second one is going to be X2 equals Y2 equals. Why is that not working all of a sudden? It doesn't matter. So my x2 for me is 130. My y2 is 75. Once you have those 2 points labeled, that is as far as I got in my other classes. So you guys can hang out the rest of the period.